Hi, my name is Josh Stokes. I've lived in Southwest Virginia my entire life. I've visited other places around the world, around the country, and there's just something about Southwest Virginia that is unique and special. Unfortunately, I can't quite put into words what makes it so special. So I'm going to show you. We're going to visit various businesses, events, and talk to the people who make this such a wonderful place to live. So join me on the community show. I can't wait to see you there. Hello everybody, it's Josh Stokes again. I'm here with Nancy Galley and we're going to be discussing disc golf. I didn't know it before, but there is a sport that brings you outside, gives you plenty of exercise, is cost effective, and very, very fun. So we've just got done playing one hole, the 18th hole. I'm not going to give away my score, but it's nothing to write home about. I felt me do that again. So for those of you watching at home, Nancy Galley, can you please tell us how disc golf is played?
Sure. Well, disc golf, first off, you want to have fun. That's the most important thing. So you use a disc, and there's a variety of discs that you can use. A driver, a mid-range, and you've got a putter. And then what you're basically going to do is you can throw forehand or you can throw backhand. And I like to throw backhand, but Josh was really good at forehand. And basically what you're doing is you're winding up and you're releasing it. And you're releasing and you're throwing towards a basket. And it sounds like that's real simple. And in theory, it is. But you want to get towards your target. And a basket can be far away. So the 18th hole that we just played was over 700 feet to the basket. So it took many throws.
Quite a few on my part. But when it comes to playing disc golf, the scoring and the general idea of how it's played is the same as golf. You're just trading a club and balls for a disc.
Correct. Right.
And we were talking earlier, and there are a ton of different types of discs.
Right.
So can you tell me, kind of, you got a driver, mid-range, and putter, but
right.
Where are the differences there? You said there were like 1,000 different
right.
cuts.
So professional disc golfers take with them 50, 60, 70 discs. And so basically it's how the disc is engineered. The plastic is kind of the same, but like this one is a hybrid plastic, so it's a little bit different. So it's engineered in terms of the lip on the back and how thick it is. If there's a little lip standing up, all of that is engineered to let the disc go to the left, to the right. It'll be stable, unstable. When you throw the disc, if you have a lot of speed, which I don't, you want a certain disc that will allow for you to have a slower release. Some discs will be made so that if you have a faster release, it'll go farther. So basically what happens is when you play a lot, you get to learn which discs are better for you.
So you can get the disc that is best for your throw.
Right.
And I noticed that when I threw, it would go and then cut right. Mm-hmm. And I would pray for a roll.
Right. Rolls are good.
Rolls are good. You get a little more distance.
Exactly.
So when we were playing out here, first starting off, when you get to the tee, it's not like, well, it's very similar to a golf tee, but you're not setting it up on a tee. You have a path. Mm-hmm. So what are the rules when it comes to throwing from the tee?
Okay, so the tee pads are all different depending on what course you go to. And the tee pads in particular, sometimes they're just dirt, sometimes they're gravel, sometimes they're concrete. We happen to have really great tee pads or pea gravel with turf over them. And you can't go off the tee pad prior to releasing. So most people start far back on the tee pad and you're actually kind of doing a small run in a way, and you're releasing. And when you release, you use your hips to help give you some power and momentum, kind of like just golfing, right?
So
Ball
very
golf,
similar to golf.
right? But you can't go off the tee pad prior to releasing your disc.
So if you're in the fairway and you have your disc right there, I can't just pick it up and throw.
No.
There are some rules as to where it lays and how you move forward, right? So how do you move forward
So
there?
generally, you can't step beyond where your disc landed. So most people have a marker. Just like in golf, you'll have a little marker if you want to pick up your ball, right, to look at the lay of the green. So you have a marker, a little mini, it's called, and you put that down, and then you have to step behind that, and that's when you go ahead and you get to do your next throw. And then it's up to you, depending on where you are. If you're in the rough or you're in the woods, you may not be able to run and have a nice release. So there are different techniques that you can use in order to throw. Some people use a tomahawk, which is a way of just going along the top to get out of the trees, right? Sometimes you're in a tight spot and you just have to use your body, and you just have to get down, and you just have to use as much power as you can without moving.
All right. Well, that sounds good. And from there, we make it close to this.
Yes, and then you get to putt.
Which is very different than golf putting, I found out. And this is called a basket, right?
It's called a basket, and these are the chains.
And the whole goal is your putter, your putter disc has to go into the basket, and these chains help stop it. That's the purpose of the chains, is to help stop your putter so it falls right into the basket.
So you want to throw into your chain so that it falls into the basket. If you get on the top, that doesn't count. That's not good. So there's a 38-foot diameter around your basket. That's your putting zone, right? And then most people, as you're putting, you're not running, you're not throwing, because you want to be more accurate and you're much closer. So basically, you're just getting to a point where you can just throw it in. You're just pitching it in, basically. Right.
All right. So this course that we're standing on has a lot of different challenges.
Yes.
I mean, we have this beautiful water trap right here behind us.
Right.
So we're on the 18th hole. I don't know if we can see that from here or not. It says 18 right here. But you start up at the cabin way in the back.
Right. Over 700 feet away.
Yes. And you tee off. And I'm willing to bet not many people can get it in par on the gold standard of the course, right?
So what we've done here at this course, at Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf Course, we've got a lot of challenges, as you said, which is great. So we have woods, going through the woods, which is really lovely. We have creeks that you have to cross over and throw over. We've got elevation, so there's some climbing, as we did hole number 2 and 3. There's some climbing. Hole number 16, lots of climbing. So that makes it a little challenging. And then we've got water, like the pond, which also makes it a challenge. We also have some open spaces. So each tee, there's 2 tee boxes and there's 2 baskets for each hole. And the great thing is there is an amateur or recreational family tee box and hole, which is not as far, and then the professional, which is blue, where we're standing, where we try to do, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't want to get your discs in the water.
No, right. Ah.
So these are a lot of fun, and these holes are a lot of fun to play, and we have a tournament coming up soon.
Right, June 11th and 12th.
So we have hole 16 that is just over to the left of the pond, or my left, and that is going to be the, how did you rephrase it?
The Ace Bounty.
The Ace Bounty. So for you professional disc golfers, there's a chance to win a purse, and you have to get a hole-in-one in hole 16.
Right.
I will tell you, not easy. I would not bet on myself making that, but I'm going to try.
So in order to make the tournament more fun, the professionals do play for a purse, right? They're playing for money. And the amateurs, which is everyone who's not a professional, whether they're recreational or whatever category they're in, they're playing for prizes. And so the Ace Bounty is one of the prizes, and that's a hole-in-one. And so we've had some really great sponsorship all through the town of Floyd and Meadows of Dan, who've participated to donate money for the Ace Bounty. And so they'll be able to play for that. And what makes that so challenging is it's really steep. So you're throwing downhill, which is difficult to begin with. And then the basket is right in front of the pond. So if you go for it and you go too far, bye-bye to your disc because it's in the pond. And if you end up short, you won't get the hole-in-one.
Right.
So it's a big challenge. So it'll be big fun.
So when you're sitting here with the tournament right about to come, are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you just can't wait for it to happen?
Well, I'm really excited because disc golf is a big fun sport. Mike, my husband, and I have been playing for a number of years, and we really wanted to bring it to Floyd and to Meadows of Dan, to our area. And that's why we built this course on our property. And I just think that other people will begin to really enjoy it. It's a good family sport. You don't need any equipment other than a disc or two, which is inexpensive. You can be outside. This is a great hike as well through the woods as you're playing. You get to listen to the creeks bubble and gurgle and make noise, which is really great as you're hiking. And so we're really excited for the tournament. We've got people coming from all over. I think it's 7 states now. We've got 90 people signed up, 90 players. 20 of them are professionals, and the balance, 70, are all amateurs. And we think it's going to be really big fun. We've got good participation from the community. So we'll have tents set up for food and for selling discs and merchandise and things like that. And we think it's going to be a blast.
Unlike a lot of golf courses, correct me if I'm wrong, but this course is open year-round.
Correct. So this course will be open every day, all year round. In order to come and play, it's going to be done with a tee time. We ask that you schedule for a tee time, since it's so everybody knows when they're going to be playing. And you can do that online. We can do that online at buffalomountaindiscgolf.com. There will be a tab. It's not live yet, a module where you can just go ahead and sign up.
All right. So thank you so much for explaining disc golf and sharing with us this beautiful property. And we're going to show you a lot of what this has to offer. And is there anything else that you want to tell our audience about disc golf, about the course, about coming in for the tournament?
Well, we'd love to have you come for the tournament as a spectator, right? Come watch. It'll be 2 great days, Saturday and Sunday, June 11th and 12th. We'd love to have you come. You can follow the players all through the course if you'd like. You can just go to a few holes, whatever. But we'd love to have you. That enthusiasm of spectators would be really great for all the players as well. And bring your kids. It's a good sport for kids.
Really? So do you have a lot of kids that play this sport?
Well, we play with our grandkids, right? And we have great fun with our grandkids playing. But, we're encouraging all youngsters to come. On June 10th, which is Friday, we're going to have some free clinics. And we've got a past world champion, Cam Todd, and he's coming. And so we're hoping that Floyd County schools and Patrick County schools will bring kids to come and play.
That reminds me, earlier you were mentioning the current world champion is from not far from here.
From Blacksburg.
And number 2
is from Forest, Virginia, right outside of Lynchburg.
So right outside Lynchburg. So they're about 2.5 hours away from one another, number 1, number 2 in disc golf.
Exactly. Yeah.
And disc golf isn't just an American sport.
That's right. Disc golf is played all over the world, and the Pro Tour, usually they follow the weather. So they begin in the South, in South America. They make their way through. They'll end up on the West Coast in like February and March where it's warm, and then they'll make their way east. And they play all year round, the pros.
That sounds like a blast. Thank you so much, Nancy, for sharing everything with us.
Thanks for playing hole 18 with me. Big fun.
Thanks for your patience.
Yeah. Yes. We did it.
So we are here with Mike Floyd of Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf. And real quick, tell us about how you came to, you and Nancy both came to decide we're going to build a disc golf course.
Well, earlier on, maybe about 10 years ago, we decided that we wanted to add something else fun to this wonderful place. So we go out and we buy one basket and a few discs, and it was sort of like cornhole. We played and tossed discs and had fun doing it. So we said, oh, this is really fun. So let's go. And about 2 years later, 3 years later, we went and bought like 9 miniature type baskets, beginners baskets. And we started playing and had fun with our grandkids. And we enjoyed it ourselves because we like to be outdoors and we like to move. So that's how we got started. And then we met a friend of ours, and he was from Boulder, Colorado. And we started talking to him about designing a course. And he said, we'd love to do that. So he had designed courses before, and he is a professional disc golf player. So yeah, it's Scott Snow. We said, yeah, Scott, come on down and tell us what you think. So he came down and looked at the property after he had done a survey online and said this would be a great property for a disc golf course. And we can make it one of the top 10s if we work on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then he came down and spent about 6 weeks going through the trees, cutting down trees, making fairways, working 10 hours a day. So when he got through, yeah, he went home, took a breather for a few weeks, and came back and spent another couple of weeks. So then after he left, we continued to make the course even better. So that's how we got into disc golf. Nancy and I have been around the country and played disc golf in different states and even in Canada a couple of weeks ago. And so we love the sport. You can get a lot of exercise. It's fun. You can work on your upper body. You can work on your lower body. And most of all, it is a sport where that you can relax and there's no pressure. It's a family sport. We play with our grandkids and love to do that. They love to do it with us.
So when you're talking about this being top 10, it could be one of the most difficult courses just because of the natural obstacles you have, right?
Right. And the natural beauty of it.
Oh, I mean, the property itself is gorgeous. I mean, you have a lot of the wooded holes, you have some of these plains, and you've done a lot to the property yourself. So since you've decided that you and Nancy were going to start building a golf course, how long has that taken to get it to the point ready for a tournament?
It's taken us about a year to get this course to this point.
Okay, so about a year, and that is cutting down the trees, surveying, doing the fairways, making changes to the designs, building the roads, getting the baskets all set up, and all the measurements, everything. And that's a year, and we have had a ton of snow in the winter. So you've worked through all of this.
Correct.
All to make June happen.
June happens, and it will be here.
This is awesome. So some of the things that I've seen that you've done to the course, you're building a clubhouse.
Correct.
And that's going to be finished real soon. And tell me a little bit about this trolley behind us. This is a unique addition, and I've never seen this on a golf course or disc golf course or anywhere quite like this.
Of course, this is a lodging experience for people that come here and they stay in our log cabins. So then we decided, hey, why don't we do something different? So we were driving down the road and we see this yellow trolley. And we said, wow, wouldn't that be a good addition to a getaway for someone? And so we said, okay, let's go back and look at it. So we did, and we said, hey, this is perfect for this. So we bought the trolley. Actually, it's drivable. We drove it here.
So that's a functioning trolley.
It's a functioning trolley. It has all the trolley seats in it, and we're converting it into a night stay or a 2-night stay or 3 night, however long you want to stay. And it has the convenience of a bed, TV, air and heat, a small little kitchen, and bathrooms, and a shower. So it's better than glamping, I think.
So yeah, I mean, and the shower isn't necessarily in the trolley, but it's just right next to the building, right next to it. It's a nice bathroom, nice shower. You don't have to worry about, going on a long hike like you're at Floyd Fest trying to get to the shower stations.
Right.
So this is a really unique and nice experience.
Yes, it is, and I think people are really going to enjoy this.
So there's quite a bit of lodging experiences here. Even if
Yes.
you're not into disc golf, you have several lodging experiences to enjoy the natural beauty here in Floyd. And it's not just disc golf here. You have a lot of other attractions surrounding this area, right?
Right. You have zip lining, you have water sports, you have lots of hiking, biking, and of course, fishing in the pond, swimming in the pond. So it's an all-inclusive type of getaway.
How are you feeling about June?
Oh,
This weekend in June, that's Nancy's excited, I'm excited.
I'm excited, but I'm also excited, but you're saying, are we going to have it all together by then? Are we going to have it all together then? With a few weeks left, there's a few other things to do, but we're excited about it. We'll get it done. The clubhouse will be done. The course is ready to play now. We have a few things left on the course that'll be done in the next couple of weeks, but we're ready to go.
Oh, I have complete faith, because if you got all this done in a year, I mean,
It's amazing.
yes, it looks ready to me. I mean, I'm ready to go out with a few friends and play a couple rounds, maybe get 18 in before lunch.
Yeah, you have your disc now.
Yeah. Thank you for the discs. So speaking of that, if you had family come into town and you're like, hey, let's go play disc golf. Someone doesn't have discs. Are y'all do have discs available for purchase?
We have discs for purchase. If they're staying on the property, we have discs that they can rent, minimal rent from us. Yes.
So you can come in pretty much empty-handed and be able to purchase and come play and enjoy a day with family or friends or whoever strangers you make friends with that day.
Exactly.
All right. And you were telling me that there are a ton of disc golf courses right near Floyd, just south in North Carolina. And y'all play in Charlotte a lot.
Right.
So you and Nancy have been playing for quite some time. What's it like kind of traveling around and playing with other people with the same interest?
Oh, I think it's fun. You get to meet new people. You need to find out what their interests are, their backgrounds. I mean, it's just a good to be able to communicate with other people and get out and meet other people and not stay in your house, So it's fun. We enjoy doing that.
And it's a growing community. So disc golf is maybe, 30 years old?
Yeah, 30 years, and maybe even older than that, but it used to be target golf. You would throw and you'd hit a tree. But in the last 12 or 14 years, you've become with the baskets and with regular tee pads. So now you have tee pads, you have baskets. It's a high flying sport, I call it. So instead of ball golf, it's disc golf.
I love it, and I'm hoping the sport grows to a point where more of the community gets involved. And you had mentioned before that there is the potential for it to become a collegiate sport and as well as high school sports. There are some high schools doing that, right?
Yes, there's high school, there are colleges. Of course, you have your own local teams that get together just from a local standpoint. And you're going to see it in the future in the Olympics. And
pretty close in the future, right?
I think so.
Maybe the next games. Keep an eye out for disc golf next games. We may be seeing some people from Blacksburg on the American team.
You got it.
So that's something in of itself. Exciting things coming from disc golf. I can't wait to become more of a part of it. I have my own discs. I'm going to be practicing a lot. I have to show up my brother come July when I see him. We're going to be at this course, and I'm going to make a fool out of him. All right. Thank you so much, Mike. This has been a great day. I have had a blast, and thank you for your hospitality, and I'm definitely coming back.
Great. Pleasure.
All right. Thank you.